Well, I sure was looking forward to this being the last video of this thing right here, the repair and resurrection of it. But funny thing happened on the way to the forum. There's always one more little thing, it seems like. I'll show you. So I thought yesterday when I powered the thing up and ran it, it shut off at about 100 psi. That's not very good. I want that to kick off a lot higher than that. So I looked into what it would take to adjust the pressure switch. And then come to find out, it wasn't the pressure switch at all. What turned out, my power bar here that it was plugged into, it tripped the breaker in the power bar. Wasn't sure why. So, investigating it, I found out why. These are the capacitors that operate the thing. This is the start capacitor. This is the run capacitor. This is a centrifugal device here, like a governor, that when that thing spins up, it kicks off the power to the start capacitor and the thing continues to run on the run capacitor. I didn't know if there's something wrong with it, but there's not. That seems to be working fine. I got to looking at these guys. See anything wrong there? It was working, sort of, but it was just drawing too much power. Also, this is the thing that was hanging around in the bottom of the plastic cover. It was banging around, sounding like a rod knocking. I found out where this thing goes. It goes like right there, and I think that hole right there is what that plastic cap is supposed to bolt to. Could be wrong, but that's where that was. So that's where we are. The other thing I decided to do was, since I was already this far into it, I pulled all of the plumbing off of it. This is the stalk that the switch was on. You can see that thing's bent. That guy's got Peyronie's disease. So I'm going to put a different one of those on there and straighten all this stuff up so it's not such a problem. Operationally, it worked just fine, but it just bothered me how things were bent and twisted sideways and kinked and whatnot. It just didn't look good. It bothered me a whole lot. So what I'm doing is replacing that. I'm going to add a water and oil separator and filter. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to be keeping this thing. I had intended to just, fix it and sell it on, but I'm going to have so much into it that nobody will want it. And I don't know how old the thing is, but it's, reasonably old. And although it'll have all new parts in it, new piston ring and new cylinder, new valve body, new gaskets, new capacitor, new drain cock, and all of it will be completely refurbished. It'll be competing with used compressors that you can buy on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever for 150, 175 bucks for a good used one, running fine. Although they won't have new parts in them, but people wanting a compressor are not going to worry too much about that, I don't think. So the other thing that I did, I pulled that plastic cover off the end of it that they had zip tied on, and I repaired it, or I'm making a repair. All the pieces were still inside this thing, and I took and glued them back together with super glue, and then beefed them up with JB weld, and then added fiberglass on the inside to it. So I think that'll suffice. I think it'll be strong enough. And after this cures, to be tomorrow morning, I'll come back with a file and clean up all those edges, make sure it fits on there correctly. But that's where we are. I think it looks pretty nice though, don't you? It cleaned up really well. Ooh, it's pretty. Looks a whole lot better than that one, and that thing right there is a beast. It works like a champ. I'm a little bit concerned about that pressure switch too. The way that thing works. I may end up ordering another pressure switch, and if I do that, that's another 50 bucks that'll be in this thing. Anyhow, there we are.